What's up, what's up? Thank you guys for tuning into Intrigued Podcast. Just real quick before we get into this episode of Intrigued, we actually pre-recorded this about 2.5 weeks ago on 9/11, and the only reason we haven't released it yet was because Christian was working on a contract at the time, and we smoked some weed on the podcast and everything, so we didn't want to go out there and hurt his career or anything. But literally couple days after, he got a call, and now he's playing overseas in Iceland, and he has a contract and everything, and supposedly he's playing on a really good team. So, yeah, thank you guys for listening, this is Intrigued Podcast, and this is my man Christian Covile.
What's up, what's up? This is Intrigued Podcast, episode 12 on, September 11th, 2018. It's been 17 fucking years since 9/11. Damn, just feels like a couple years ago. I can't even lie. Like, honestly, damn. But this shit's flying by. And this is the first podcast we've done in 2 months. And I literally can't even say we anymore because Walter has decided that, he's got too much on his plate. Honestly, he's got a lot of things going on. And he can no longer do the podcast with me. But, hey, I wish you the best of luck, my man. And congratulations on all the stuff that you're doing right now. I'm very proud of you. And today, I actually have the first guest of the Intrigued family, and it's my man, Christian Covile.
What's up?
What's up, my man? And just a little bit about him real quick. The main thing that I ever learned about him, the first thing, is pretty much that he plays professional basketball overseas, and he's played in the likes of Sweden, Iceland, and Spain, which, by the way, real quick, man, like, as a basketball player my entire life, and being a short 5'8", 5'9", like I say 5'9" on a good thing, I'm very jealous of your lifestyle right now. So how you doing today, my man?
I'm doing pretty good, man. We gotta get out there and shoot some hoops sometime. Show me what you got. You say you're pretty good, huh?
Bro, I play with you all the fucking time. You already know. You know I'm trash. You trash.
You got a nice jump shot.
I got a decent shot and a nice pass. It's whatever. But other than that,
cool. But a little bit about the overseas life, man. It's just different, man. It's just like trying to adapt to another person's lifestyle. It's just picture you in a different world, just living a whole nother lifestyle. And
yeah.
That's what it is.
Dude, like you're the minority there. That's the craziest thing. I guess that's what I haven't been overseas yet or anything, but like it's my main goal right now. Because like you see people here all the time, like. Us Americans, I always feel like we're kind of mean. Like, I feel like we see, like, foreign people, like, because especially if you go to New York, like, I've been there many of times, and it's all foreign people there, and, like, you hear the Americans, like, kind of be mean to them and stuff.
That's the hustle, man.
Yeah, because they can't afford, or not afford, but they can't understand you and, like, stuff, and it's pretty, the language barrier's there, and it's like, I kind of want to be that person that's overseas, being the only one that doesn't talk what they talk,
Yeah, sometimes it could be difficult, though. It's just, like, trying to figure out if they're talking about you or plotting on you or something like that.
That's true. That is true. Or, like,
just picture someone plotting on you and just, you're going to throw you in the ocean right now, and no one can find you 3,000 miles away.
True. Or even, like, them getting the high hand on you where you go to, like, just the quickest. You're getting a quick bite to eat, and they're out here, like, taxing you, like, $5 more, $10 more than other people, and you're just like... Because you're already struggling as it is, probably even figuring out what the hell, how to say what you want to eat, right? Like, that's probably hilarious over there.
A lot of people, like, it's just tough to learn how to talk that language. Icelandic was one of the hardest languages to learn. Like,
I couldn't even imagine.
It is still literally one of the hardest languages to learn.
You hear my cats in there killing my blinds. I just got 2 new kittens, by the way. Their names are Will Smith and Slim Shady. I'm not even lying.
Pretty awesome kittens, man.
Pretty awesome. They're wrecking havoc right now. I'm sorry about that, dog. But okay, so seriously, where was your favorite place that you've played so far?
Probably Spain. Spain was really, really indifferent. When I went there, it was during the time. It was actually last year in October. It was during a time where their government was going through a big, like, war, and I guess the citizens weren't cooperating with the government. So it was just kind of a big fight all that time. I
couldn't even imagine that. I was actually in New York when Donald Trump actually got elected, and like one of the biggest riots I've ever seen in my life. It was crazy. That was just one little, like, part of the city, though, that was having this huge ass riot. Like, I couldn't imagine being in an actual, like, full country that everybody's rioting.
And it was Barcelona, so it was just a bunch of hot ass bitches mad at the government.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, dude. And like, I mean, shit, soccer is one of my favorite sports. Like, I'm beating your ass in FIFA all the time. Well, you got me the last few times. I can't lie.
What?
But
thanks for saying that.
But anyway. No, dude, I watch soccer all the time, and I see how big a diehards they are as fans. And like when they lose, and they see other people from other teams, bro, they'll kill you. Like honestly, you see it all the time.
You used to see the fans playing there, like in Iceland. We were playing in cup game actually, man, and fans were getting so flustered with the Americans not passing the ball. The guys start throwing hot batteries on the court, and they explode like while we're
what
playing.
the hell?
They had to escort the fans out, and then like one game they were throwing like I guess they were like the pennies hot on fire, like real hot,
getting the pennies hot and
throw them on the player as they walk out of the tunnel.
What the?
Yeah.
See, that's exactly my point. Like these people are getting pissed off just over their sports.
Right.
Like, they get pissed at the government and how things are going. And they're like, oh my gosh.
Europeans are really spoiled. I'll say that.
Yeah, and isn't it true that most countries hate the Americans? Really, like that's
pretty much.
That's the other thing. It's like, dude,
I visited China once, and they looked at us like gods. Like most countries look at us like you know how we look at Rihanna and all the foreign hot babes that come around to the States. That's how they look at us. Like we're one of a kind to them.
Yeah, I mean you can see it just with like all these like famous people, like our actors and artists and like our basketball players. Like look at Steph Curry, Kobe, and LeBron. Like most of their money's coming from China. Like honestly, that's why they're there all the time. They're the number 1, 2, and 3 people in the whole town.
Even one of our locals, CJ McCollum, has like one of the biggest shoe deals with an agent.
That's very true. CJ, dude, that's another dude I'd love to get on the same podcast. Let's get him on here somehow. Right. I know he's got his own actually.
He does.
Oh yeah, he does. I don't know if he actually even do any other persons, but he had, because I mean shit, I got you on here. He had Kevin Durant. Like
he's a pretty cool dude.
Like I ain't stepping up.
He's a pretty cool dude. Like if you see him on side of the court or. He's pretty down to earth guy.
The thing that blows my mind, like, were you like him at all? Because I mean, you're what, 6'4"?
Yeah, but I didn't start playing basketball until my senior year in high school. He was a star.
You didn't start playing?
Yeah, I didn't.
That was my question. Though I always heard that he was like my height going through high school, and then he all of a sudden blew up. Like, I mean, Anthony Davis did the same thing.
Yeah.
But were you like that at all? Or were you kind of always?
I ran track from 9th grade to 11th grade. I was an all-state track runner, literally.
Damn, dude! And then you just decided, hey, I'm gonna play basketball. Like, how'd you get into that?
Our team, my high school team at the time, all their seniors graduated, and they was just looking for people to play, and I was really athletic. So they were like, okay, we see this guy jumping and dunking around in the gym to see what he can do. I never had my actual first dunk till summer league of that first year, and it was on JV.
Oh, jeez.
So then I dunked on someone in summer league, and they moved me to varsity. And
all for a dunk.
All over a dunk.
All for a dunk.
And then they was like, wow, this guy still a real poop.
So where did you go to high school? Which state were you in?
I was in Michigan. I'm from Detroit.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were in Detroit. Yeah, definitely. And then
you know who Keyshawn Martin is? Played for the Texas Tech.
Definitely. Yeah.
He was my center in high school, and Jeremy Langford played for the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, he was my small forward.
Oh, geez, look at you out. I know you said you know a lot of people actually.
Yeah,
like you played with a lot of. Was it Allen Robinson? Did we just say you played?
Yeah, Allen Robinson played. We played AAU ball with me my senior year when I finally started playing basketball.
Dude, that's dope as shit. Like, so like how like because I play with you like kind of frequently now. It's like that's how we met and everything. So it's like I know you're pretty damn good, but like what were your skills like? Come like as your first year in high school? Pretty much.
Man, I was
first couple years playing.
If you guys would have met me in high school playing right now, you guys probably wouldn't pick me up at the YMCA.
You just that doppy tall dude that just looks like he's good but just sucks?
I didn't hit a growth spurt till my senior year. I was like 5'5" my 9th grade year in high school.
Damn.
5'5". Like I have 5 brothers and I'm the shortest. And I'm 6'4".
I was gonna say, didn't you say your one brother's like 6'10"?
6'11", yeah.
6'11", jeez.
Yeah, but that's neither here nor there. I think you're a pretty good basketball player, so.
Dude, but yeah, I'm not playing overseas or nothing. It's actually cool though. Like here's my little thing. Like soccer, I'm somewhat decent. I'm not like the greatest thing in the world, but like I'm a decent defender. I didn't start playing until my senior year either.
And for soccer?
Yeah, but like I mean, you don't see me out here playing professionally anywhere. Like
why not? They have like semi-pro leagues around.
Dude, that shit would have been cool, but then I don't know. I just don't have the foot skills, man. That's some talented stuff, man.
You're only what, 20, 25,
24? Yeah, I was gonna say you're 25, so it's like we still young.
Right, you still got time.
Why not? You know, maybe. Who knows?
Right.
You know, just right now playing in men's leagues. It's like shit. At least we're still playing. You know, like I know all my friends, like a lot of my friends, they used to play high school sports and stuff that don't do anything now. Like playing, like they just work.
Right.
Like they're literally fat as shit. Can't even get off the couch. You know, and it's
couch
like,
potatoes.
Dude, it's kind of upsetting to see. It's like, look, like I understand, like us at playing at the YMCA or your local rep, wherever you're playing, like at the park, like we always make fun of those people that like get all hyped and like pissed off. And like, it's like, dude, it's not that serious. But like, it's like at least you're out there playing, bro. You know,
Right.
like it's like, hey, that's all you can look forward to. So it's like, I get it, I feel it. You know.
Like I like seeing old guys out there playing hard, like not giving it up.
Some of the players I played with for years are, you know, older and still run us, man.
Like there's a guy at the Y that we play with, ball guy, strong guy. I can't remember.
Terry. Oh yeah.
Man, that guy plays his heart out every time.
Shout out to Terry, man. If anybody in the NBA had his like dedication, bro, on the court, like he's awful. You see him, like he's not that good. He just got the hustle points, gets the rebounds. He's bulky, so it's like. If you put that in Dwight Howard or any of these people that had like Andrew Bynum, like, dude, geez, they would be the best player ever. Like, really.
That's why I don't like the NBA. And like my ultimate goal was never to play in the NBA because I don't like how the NBA is portrayed right now. It's kind of like a movie. It's not a real game anymore. It's all,
dude. Yeah. I say it all the time, but it's like. Just to go there with your goals real quick, it's like, dude, I mean, it's tough to, like, just pick up a basketball senior year of high school and to, like, really think, like, oh, I'm going to the NBA. Like, no, like, that's like, honestly, it was probably never in your head.
Never.
So, like, for you to even be professionally overseas is probably something that you're just, like, thankful for.
I never even thought about playing. I never even thought about going to college. And then, like, one year after I ran track, and a coach saw me and was just like, it was a coach at Kellogg Community College, Coach Melvin McKnight. Shout out Melvin McKnight. He had just pulled up next to me, and he actually was recruiting my younger brother. And he was like, hey, you want to come to a tryout too? And actually signed both of us at the same day in college, and we were on the same team. Unfortunately, his dumbass didn't want to go to class. Typical male black athletes, unfortunately. But at the end of the day, he learned, and we grew as individuals. And actually, we played that whole season, and that was my first time ever playing college ball.
Damn.
And I averaged like 9 points my first half of the season. And then it was like, this kid isn't that good. We're going to cut him. And I was just like, all right, give me the ball and you guys will see. Then I started dominating these kids. And then just like, all right, maybe he got a little bit of game.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Like, because, I mean, shit, the first time that I saw you play, you're just playing at the YMCA, so you weren't taking that serious. So, like, of course, like, me being the little 5'9" guy that I am, like, competitive as shit, it's like, he ain't that good. Like, let me guard.
Didn't I dunk on you before, Steve?
No, I've never been dunked on by you.
Okay.
No, never. Like, I would admit to it. It's just, I've never been dunked on yet, because I just get out of the way. Because, like, clearly I know I can't jump with you. So, if there's some, like, 5'8" kid out there that can dunk, like, I'm never going to expect that you can dunk, so I'll probably jump with you. And yeah, that's probably when I get caught. But these 6'4" and like 6'2" higher up, you know, like I'm never getting dunked on because I'm never getting in the way. Even on rebounds, bro, you ain't seeing me there. Like I'm out of there. It ain't worth it. But dude, so like I don't know, man. Like I don't know. You're kind of living some of the goals that, you know, I had honestly as a kid. Not to be funny here, but like this is serious. My first goal ever, other than being a Power Ranger, was being the first white kid to ever come out of high school to play basketball, bro. Like in the NBA. Like you best believe it. Like growing up as 5 years old wearing my like KG jersey and shit, bro. You best believe that's exactly what I was saying.
NBA.
No, hell no. Like honestly, like at the time when you're 8 years old, 10 years old, like you're like hell yeah, I'm going. But then you realize you get older, you don't have the height, you don't have the work ethic like these guys do. Like you slowly realize it's a tough pill to swallow, but you know, still out here.
You play any video games?
Bro, you know I play video games. Like, you know, I mean, Fortnite's taken over the world, so it's something that we play all the time. You know, like everybody. When I say we, I'm talking all guys. Like
literally.
Like literally.
It's pretty much the funnest game around right now. Like, where's your favorite place to drop?
Man, you know me. I like to I drop a little Mexico that's in there in the desert where Paradise Palms or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
That sound like a nerd because I've been playing since season 1. I know the map like the back of my hand. And then like the bottom left corner under the mountain, like I don't drop a name place like at all. The main places never. You'll never see.
What's the main place?
Like the ones that have the names like Tilted Towers, Paradise Palms, like all those, like Lucky Landing, you know, all those.
You don't land there?
No, I don't land in there.
I usually
unless I'm
Tilted
squad.
Towers and get killed. I'm not that good at Fortnite, but I like to play it because it's real. Like,
oh no, dude. I feel you there, bro. Video games are. I bet you did a lot. Like when you're overseas, like you know,
you
playing
pretty much just sit
shit.
there. You have so much time to your dang on self. It's just like, what the hell?
I was gonna say that honestly, man, that could be good and bad at times. Because I always thought about just saying fuck it and just moving overseas, but like then I always kind of think of it's like it's a lonely life. Like
regardless of 3 months, you're gonna do a lot of masturbating, but it's okay.
I mean, you can be jerking off regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like wherever you're at. But no, it's like man, it's like regardless of what you think, like regardless if you're a hard ass or not, it's like dude, at the end of the day, humans need like that affection and that love from other people, and just be like talk to other people, And if you're the only one overseas living in a room, like your team, you're not really even close to because you probably can't talk to them that well. And then, like, you can't talk to anybody else. Like, I bet you that gets real kind of like lonely at times, for sure. Like, I bet you it's great at times, and then it's also bad at times, for real. It's got its ups and downs.
Yeah, it does have its up and downs, but it's like when you're lonely, but sometimes when you don't want to be around people, that's the best time to be around.
Oh, of course, yeah, dude. So I feel 100% there. That's what I was saying. I guess everything has its ups and downs regardless, honestly, but it's whatever. But, yeah, I mean, and to go back to the video game thing, it's like I try not to do it too much in the summertime just because it's like I feel like I'm just wasting the air outside and everything and the nice heat. But now it's coming to wintertime and it's been raining and shitting lately. Rainy and shitty lately. My bad, people.
So you've been watching the rain and shitting?
Yeah, I've been watching the rain and shitting a lot. You know me? No. No, it's been rainy and shitty lately outside, so I've definitely been playing my fair share of video games.
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, yeah, I feel that for sure, dude. So, okay, real quick, my bad to cut you off. Like, other than basketball and everything, man, like, what's some of your, like, favorite things you like to do or, like, like, any of your favorite hobbies?
Well, one thing that's been intriguing to me right now is this thing on week 1 of the NFL. Like,
there you go.
This is just different and very different. Like, Atlanta has 5 injuries, like I said. Like, that was crazy.
There were some big-time injuries this week, honestly. There were all around.
Injuries. Like, we had an argument earlier working out about who was the best week 1 offensive player, and you gave it to Julio.
I mean, regardless, because I know they lost, but, like, dude, if you watch that game, and, like, Matt Ryan, bro, like, literally shat bricks out there. He didn't do anything. Was throwing shitty balls, shitty everything, and, like, for Julio to just, like, still carry, like, pretty much hold them in that game, like, it was impressive to see,
Yeah, Matt Ryan threw a lot of short balls. He underthrew them a lot that game. But I think, what's the running back from the New York, Shaquan? The Giants?
Barkley?
Yeah, oh, man, he took...
I didn't even see how he did. How did he do?
Did great. He had, like, a big...
Saquon Barkley from Penn State?
Big touchdown run, and from them, helped them.
I know they lost, right? The Giants lost to Jacksonville?
Yep.
Is that where Jalen Ramsey plays? Yeah, hell yeah.
The Giants did lose to Jacksonville.
That was... Okay, well, you also asked me that question before Todd Gurley played last night. Gurley went the fuck off. Like, you kind of have to give it to him.
I asked you a question before we watched Khalil Mack play, too, about who's the best defensive player.
That's true.
But he only was...
Well, Khalil Mack had a game, but also he was on the field when they blew that lead, so it's like, you kind of have to put that out there, too, because, I mean, yeah, it is a team game, and you can't just blame it on one individual, but you're the captain out there. Like, hey, regardless, week 1, you can't be hanging everything up on week 1.
But with all the money that was thrown around this summer, who do you think will be the biggest bust?
Biggest bust?
Yeah.
Bro, I've always been... Okay, this is not the most common thing ever, but deadass, man, I really think, especially after that Odell, like, after seeing him, like, get how much money he got, like, I never thought he's been worth it, like, really.
You don't think Odell's worth it?
Dude, like you kind of said with you, like, I'm not, like, putting the equivalents here out here, but, like, you said you and JV, you dunked one time, and you went to varsity. Like, bro, he had that one amazing grab. And it's like, don't get me wrong, I know he puts the numbers up, like, the last couple of years, but, like, I just think that, like, he's just getting too cocky. Like, I honestly think he's about to just, I don't know. I know he's been cocky for a while.
He's 25.
I wish him, dude, I like him. I really wish that he's going to be
If you're 25 in that moment, what would you be doing?
Oh, bro, I tell people all the time, bro, you put me back. If I was in Johnny Manziel's shoes when he was 22, being, like, freaking on top of the world beating Alabama, and then you're going to the Browns, which sucks, don't get me wrong, but you're in the NBA, you're in NFL, you're a starting quarterback. I probably... Not on the drug side, because I only smoke weed. I'm not big on drugs or drinking. Sure. But it's like, other than that, I've probably been even worse. Like, because I have, like, kind of a fucking attitude, and I say some shit I probably shouldn't say at times. But it's like, because, I mean, like, I'm kind of respectful and everything for the most part. Like, I'm not going to get fucked up in, in drugs and stuff, which, like, he kind of did, and he kind of ruined his career in alcohol and everything. But it's like, I would probably be doing worse than him. Like, still. Like, being out there, probably fucking around. Like, I don't know.
Speaking of drugs and alcohol, let's give a shout out to my man Mac.
Dude, it's the number one thing I wrote down. Like, not to take off here real quick, but like just a little backstory.
Like, Mac Miller, this one actually hurt me a little bit. I can't lie. Like, I never thought, bro, like, that I would really actually be upset about somebody dying, like, that I never met before.
Right.
But, like, no joke, bro, since 7th grade summer going into 8th grade, like, I've literally, he's been top 3 artist of all time for me. Like I literally listened to him every single day of my life. And I was waiting for the Swimming album more than anything ever, because he kept, like, he hadn't dropped music for a long time. Like,
right.
Not a long time, but for him, it's a long time.
Was it 2 months since he dropped that?
Yeah, it's about 2 months now, actually. Month and a half, 2 months. And, like, dude, for him to just put, like, the classic out, like, in my opinion, it was a classic. I'm not trying to sit here and just, like, kind of be like everybody else where, like, the thing I was actually going to talk about the most here is how fucked up it is that, you know, people don't get recognized until they die, you know?
Right.
Like, this man, don't get me wrong, he's definitely known, like, all over the world, like, in the industry and stuff, but, like, for the most part, like, now he's going to be blown up more than ever. Like, you look at Triple Extension, like, let's be real, like, I didn't like his music that much. He had those 2 good songs that, like, everybody's going to say. So, like, that, like, everybody, they put him at, like, number 1 for weeks and weeks and weeks just because he got shot. You know, like, it's sad. It definitely affected me because it's like, bro, he was only 21 years old.
True.
Gets shot in the neck. Like, it really kind of makes you, you know, look back and be like, wow, you know, I take life for granted way too much.
Well, let me ask you this. If he wasn't a rapper, would it make a difference?
Who, like, Triple X?
Yeah.
No, not at all. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's fucked up. Like, dude, like, if you or I, like, no joke, like, not to be a dick to you or nothing, like, if you or I got shot or overdosed on drugs, like, yeah, like, everybody we've ever met before is going to come out of nowhere and be like, oh, I'm so close to him, or yeah, like,
right.
I liked him, but, like, for the most part, we're never going to hit the news or anything. If we do, it's the local news. And who the fuck watches the local news, you know? Bunch of old people, they don't give a fuck. Like, seriously, bro. It's fucked up, man. They're like, cause I'm seeing everybody now all of a sudden, you know, saying they're, like, the biggest Mac Miller fans, and, like, I'm definitely not upset about it, because I'm happy that he gets the recognition he finally, like, deserves. But it's like, at the end of the day, like, don't be sitting here, like, you know, fazed by, like, I didn't go getting crazy over Triple Extension when he got shot. Like, I didn't go download his album and get crazy over him, you know, like, I just think it's fucked up how people don't give a fuck about you till you're gone. Like,
yeah, that's truly a shitty way. I feel like more people should be more attentive to when they're alive, like live in a moment, or just enjoy that person while you're there, because, like,
dude, yeah,
you never know how long that person's gonna be here.
Dude, I say it every day. We just take shit for granted every fucking day, and it's like, it's a crazy thing. I don't understand how, like, the people, like you're saying, like, the people that we love the most seem to be the people we hurt the most at the same time. And I don't know if that's because, you know, we're just comfortable around them, or, you know, we just know that they're always going to be there, whatever it may be. But, like, it's fucked up, like, if you really think about it. And, like, we don't even think about it sometimes, man.
Right.
And, like, I don't know. I try to sit there every day, and, like, I mean, definitely this Mac Miller passing, like, it definitely opened my eyes. Like, I'm nowhere close to being, like, a rapper that he is, or, like, being, like, the celebrity he is.
Yeah, because your bars are terrible.
Oh, bars. I got bars for days, man. No, just kidding. The worst bars. But, but no, seriously, man, like, I don't know, like, at the end of the day, we're all human, you know, we still got feelings and shit, and it's like, dude, I mean, we just gotta live a happy life. That literally shows it, like, dude, he's done everything, like on paper, like, to be where you're at, like, financially wise, that everybody wants you to be at, like, we all get this pressure to be at in our lives, like, technically, he's there, he's successful in that aspect, but he was never happy, you know, like, that's his downfall, like, he's doing drugs to find this happiness.
Yeah, I'm trying to fill that void of what's going on, or what's making him unhappy.
Yeah, man.
I feel like that's going on with a lot of our artists in our generation. And
not even just artists, bro, it's everybody, like, honestly, like, because that's the thing that honestly, like, hurt me the most with this Mac Miller thing. It wasn't him passing. I think it was the way that he did, and just the fact that, like, you know, I know a lot of people in my life currently that are doing, like, certain drugs and stuff that, like, I wish they wouldn't be doing. Like, don't get me wrong, at the end of the day, I will be there for you.
I feel like it's the most selfish thing you can do, because, like, don't get me wrong, like, everyone has that. Yeah, I like that.
We're smoking the blunt, you know.
But anyway, everyone has that void that they feel like they need to fill, but it's just you finding yourself, like, find what makes you happy. And then we as people have so much pride built into it, we won't go seek that help. We look for people to just come and realize, like, hey, you want to be my friend, or you want to talk to me. Like, we don't really get that love, that genuine love. I feel like, honestly, I'm gonna be real with you right here, I feel like the only people who get unconditional love is puppies and babies. Like, a man's love is always going to be on a condition where he provides something. Like, if I'm not providing anything, you're not going to love me unconditionally, and I hate that about life.
I think I kind of laugh at it sometimes. I always think it's the funniest circle of life, like, thing ever is, man, like, when you're a baby, everybody, like you said, everybody walks up on you trying to see you, trying to like, oh my god, it's the cutest thing ever. And progressively, the older you get, the less people give a fuck about you.
Right.
Like we're pretty much at the age right now that like we're like the last step of our life where people are gonna give a fuck about us, and we might even actually stepped over that step. Like you know, like at around 25, I feel like that's the part where people are like, like
you're just another sit.
Like we can't tell your age really.
Right.
Like we both got beards. Like you literally couldn't tell our age. Like sometimes we look older than we do. If we
What
were
about the
shaved.
bitch who carded us in Walmart?
Oh man. Oh my god. Yeah, like we're not 18. Like I know I'm short as fuck, but it's like I have my ID and you're tall as fuck with a big ass beard that no 18-year-old can grow unless you're Arabian. It's like, geez, how dare you? I know she's doing her job, but fuck you, Walmart. I never want your sponsorship ever. Ever. Fuck you.
Fuck you, Walmart.
No, but man, like, to go back to this whole, like, drug thing, too, bro, it's like, it scares me, man, because it's like you're saying, we're humans on paper, bro, if you look at everyone in general, not just yourself, everybody's different, you know, like, we all have our outliers and stuff, but for the most part, all of us are, like, very addictive to things. Like, dude, food's one of them. Like, sugar is one of the most biggest addictions to the world. Then we got alcohol and everything. Like, because it's legal, it's cool. Prescription drugs, number one killer. Like, if not alcohol, like, you know, like, dude, prescription drugs scare the living shit out of me. And those are like, dude, those are all your opiates and shit are going now. Just these fucking pills. And it's absolute fucking trash, bro. Like, I'm watching dear friends of mine take this shit and just completely go blank. Like, not even know what the fuck is going on. They're so emotionally just,
And then wake up just in a shit.
And then anytime you go to say anything to be there for them, they get pissed at you, you know? Like, just, like, just go at you. Just lash out at you. And it's like, look, I'm here for you. I'm trying to help you out. But it's like,
well, fuck you, motherfucker.
Like, dude, because that's my thing. That's what Mac Miller, like, that's what they go to him. Or, like, to go to anybody out here listening that knows anybody that overdosed, like, there are people in their life that most likely are there for them, telling them, like, hey, man, you need to quit doing this, you need to quit doing that. And it's like, those people are just so oblivious to it or just don't want the help. And it's just too late, bro. Like, it's more, I don't know, man. It's just upsetting. I think that's the most upsetting part about being close to people is because at the end of the day, you truly cannot help them if they don't want to be helped.
And that's the truth. You can lead someone to water, but you can't make them drink.
Yeah, like the whole you can lead a camel to water, but can't make like that. I love that. I love that saying, bro. And it's trash, man. Because it's like these people, like you said, it's the most selfish thing in the world. Because like we get so close to these people, and these people get so like such a big impact in our life and on our emotions and stuff. And then they just want to go out and just fuck around and just do this shit just because they're just so selfish in their life right now. They're only thinking about themselves or thinking about all their negatives in life instead of sitting there and being like, look at all these positives I got in my life. Look at all these people that are actually there for me. You know?
Not understanding it takes a toll on us because now we feel like
you
don't appreciate us. Like we're here for you. We're supposed to be your. Let's say like your drug. I'm supposed to be your drug.
Dead ass, man. Love's the best drug in the world. It's like, I don't know, man. Like, I mean, as we sit here, we're talking about drugs and we're smoking weed, but it's like, bro, like, that's the only thing. Like, other than, I've done shrooms a couple of times in my life and stuff, but, like, I've never done anything crazy, you know? I don't even drink. And it's like, I mean, shit, we about to do the Sober October thing, so it's like, that's going to be fun. Like, I've definitely went sober before, so it's like, I don't, like, need it, you know? I don't depend on it. Like, yeah, I mean, it's dope sometimes. I like sitting there, listen to music. It makes music better. It makes life, you know? Like, you're a little happier, you know? Like, because we definitely have those moments. If you're a pot smoker listening to this, you've had those moments where you go through some shit at work or with your girl or whatever you're going through. You're going through some shit and you're pissed off to no end. And you take a couple hits of the blunt, 10 minutes later you're like, damn, dog, what was I even bitching about? Like, that's the realest thing in the world, man. Like, it truly does help. And not to mention all the numbers it has out there for medical, you know, advances and everything. But, like, dude, it's fucked up to start seeing people that you love and shit start doing these drugs. Because it's like, man, I would never touch these things, you know. I've never do that to, like, say, like, I would never do that to one of my closest friends, or my, like, sister, my mom, my dad, anything, you know. Like, I would never do that to them because that shit's so fucked up. But I don't know. That's just why. That's where we all lay. That's where we're different, you know. That's life.
You know what I don't understand about drugs? Like, I did studies upon drugs and all that, like when I was in school and got my degree and all that. But what I don't understand is, why is THC a drug?
Well, if you want to get real with it, if you look way back in time when they made it illegal and stuff, it was just because, let's be real here, the motherfucking government was just making so much money off that shit that they were like, no, if you sell that shit, you're taking it away from us, so that's why you fucked. Like, dude, that's why it's so fucking negative now. Like, it's stupid. And like hemp, have you ever like the actual like material like that comes like from marijuana plants and stuff, and like other things, of course, but like it's a main thing for marijuana plants. Like, dude, hemp. They used to make cars out of hemp, like their first like original cars. Dude, they don't rust. They don't fucking break. They don't do any of this shit. They're light as shit, but they're strong. But yet we don't make it like that because we want these cars to break down. We want them to be rusty because we want more money. It's like, dude, fucking hemp's still legal in most, like, in a lot of states and a lot of countries and shit, just because of what the fuck it, like, all the what it is, man. Because they just make so much money off it before.
So let me tell you a funny story. Last year, I went to an interview, and they told us they were going to drug test us. And this lady next to me, she told the lady who was giving us our group interview, she was like, hey, I put on hemp lotion. And the lady just laughed, like, you shouldn't have told me that, because now I know you smoke weed, and you were just going to use that as an excuse to why you would fail your drug test.
Yeah.
She was just laughing, and the lady just told her, you have to leave now, so you just basically told her.
What the fuck? People are dumb, man.
This was Ed Sheeran. I'm like, you dumbass. They do a hair follicle test. You won't never pass that.
Nope. Never ever. Literally, what's the only way you could do it? Like, you'd have to put so much work into it. Like, you'd have to shave your entire body, get other people's hair on you somehow.
No, you just, like it grows. Well, if you're a heavy smoker, you're fucked.
You're fucked regardless, yeah.
Because it grows, like, every 2 weeks. Like
the swab test and stuff's on, like, 2 days or 3 days or 4 days, something like that. 2 to 4 days, I think. And then, like, for piss, it's what, to a month? Like, it's like 20 days to 30 or something, depending how much you smoke.
Yeah.
And
or
how much you work
fat.
out. Yeah, like, all that shit. And then, the hair is, like, up to a year, right?
Yeah. The hair is, like, I think it's 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah, because, like, most people don't cut their hair. They always got that lengthy hair.
Or
they
like
can take it from your beard.
I don't know if that sounds right, just because it's like, you're telling me if one person took one hit.
No, not like that. I'm saying for heavy smokers.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense. that makes a lot of sense.
not just like if you just. It's in my hair for 5 years.
Yeah, that shit's hilarious. I got this job at a hospital not too long ago and everything, and like, I'm not working there anymore, so I can say it all day. Bro, so I wasn't stoned going into the thing, but like I definitely passed the drug test and everything. But like, they started doing blood work and everything, and I'm sitting there like pretty much stoned with the way I was thinking, and I was like, can THC get caught up in blood and stuff? I looked it up. It's like you have to smoke a blunt, and within like 3 hours you have to like, or not a blunt, but you smoke anything, and you'd have to like get blood drawn in 3 hours for them to even trace it. So I got lucky there.
Well, I'm glad you told me that. I never knew that.
Paranoia, man. Shit's funny. Just kidding. I don't really deal with paranoia, but like when it comes to that shit, like that shit's stressful as fuck. I know a lot of people that go into drug tests with fake piss and shit. Like, it's a funny market out there. Like us stoners, you think we're dumb and we don't do work or nothing, but it's like we're out here getting past the system, brother. Well, bro,
like everyone smokes weed.
Dude, honestly, man, clearly not everyone. You always meet those people that are just like either like real big religious people or like just so against it. I don't know. But like,
no, because I've met a real big religious person who asked me for an edible, and he's like really big and religious.
You know what I just learned, which this might honestly, I might be talking on my ass here, and this might not even be just religious people. This might just be most people, but I met this, actually my yoga instructor, I'm not going to say her name or nothing, but we were talking, and she's huge in religion, meditation, all that stuff. Well, I asked her about psychedelics and stuff, because she was talking about how much she likes, meditating, and a lot of meditators love psychedelics, and I was afraid to ask her because she's so big into Jesus, it's unreal. So I was like, damn, I really don't know if I didn't want to be rude enough. She was hell yeah, I like them all. So I don't know if that just goes with religious people, but they like, I don't know. Have you ever done a psychedelic ever?
Never.
Dude, it's very spiritual. It's a very spiritual feeling. It's kind of weird. I can't lie to you, but it's life changing. It's crazy. It's pretty wild.
I never did it. You done one?
Yeah, I've done.
What was your experience?
All right, so I got a few of them here. So I did shrooms on my 22nd birthday for the first time. This is my first entry into psychedelics.
Oh shit!
And I went out that night with all my friends. No joke, guys. I was like, dude, I was so fucking fucked up. Like, okay, well, this was a mix. I smoked a lot. I did a lot. I ate like I don't know how much shrooms I ate, but I ate a lot. And then I drank a shit ton. I drank a lot of tequila. People were buying me. That's what I was drinking. So people, buying you shots on your birthday. And your 22nd somewhat matters, like you think you're an experienced drinker, but you're not. You find out the next morning. But dude, yeah. So like, I felt like I could control the lights. They were moving in the club, like, dude, it got wild. But like, the biggest story from that one that I take away is I was so fucked up. We ran to the like patio that they had there, and it was in Portage Lake. It was at the upper deck. So like at the deck there, which is like, it was pretty fucking high up, bro. I jumped off the damn deck in the middle of December. Like, just literally, I didn't mean to jump off. I went to, like, slide on the thing and just fell off and just, like, literally fell on my head. Had the meanest black eye. Had the meanest Charlie horse on my thigh, bro. I literally couldn't walk the next 2 days. And I, like, actually had to call off work and shit. Cause I never call off work. Like, especially for some, like, pussy shit that I would consider.
When was this?
Oh, 2 years ago? 3 years ago? About 2 years ago? Dude, that is insane. It was crazy. So I kind of blame it on the liquor. So, but then... so then I did shrooms again one time. I didn't have visuals or anything, but I had just the sensation of doing it, which is pretty wild. But then I did acid one time, which honestly I would tell you right now never to do it. Like, it's just not worth it. Like, you get it just enough from shrooms and DMT, which I'll surely get to. Let me tell you. But so my acid trip was one of the coolest experiences of my life. But at the same time, it was also my worst experience in my life. So let me explain. So like, psychedelics, bro, are crazy. Like, cause you completely like if you do it enough or whatever, like, or not enough, but like if you do enough of what you're about to do, like, you low key become absolutely like nothing in a way. Like, you don't know who the fuck you are. Like, you couldn't answer. You couldn't. No. Not like me, kind of like, I don't know, like, you don't just do weird shit. You're just kind of sitting there just tripping balls. You're just like seeing shit in your mind. Like, it's crazy. So like, for me, I did it outside my first time, and when I started like really tripping, like, dude, it's crazy. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just so wild. But dude, the stars were so much bigger than they were. Just normal stars you look out, they're just little dots. They're cool as fuck to look at for me. Like, I love it. But like, dude, they would literally took up the entire sky. Just stars everywhere. Just huge, bro. And the moon looked like it took over three-fourths of the fucking sky. And like, I saw so many things. I saw like a dragon, a leprechaun. The leaves were moving and like talking to me in a way. And I was just an orb, bro. I wasn't a person. I was just a little ball of light. And like, the friend that I did it with was just a ball of light. Everything turned into just straight feelings and sensations and stuff. Pretty fucking wild. But then you go down the downhill slope where all psychedelics, you go through like the highs and then you go through the lows. And like, those are the lowest of lows, and you just go into a fucking mind fuck of all time, where your mind just twists, and you're just thinking of literally everything at 1 second. Like, you're literally thinking of everything at the same time. It's crazy. So then you get out of that, and you're like happy again, and then you see some crazy shit. Like, I saw, like, no joke, I'm not even lying here, bro. It's just, this is what I saw when I was tripping. Like, I saw like a UFO, but it was in black and white. Like, I just seeing like, it's kind of like thermal. Like, you would see in, like, exactly like Modern Warfare 2 thermal, like, just the white everything, and then when you see somebody, it's just, it's real white, like the light, yeah, it's gray everything, and then you see a person, it's white. Like, the UFO was going up, and the lights were just really white. I could just make out it was UFO, like, in the clouds, but I was somehow in the fucking clouds. It's crazy. And then I somehow just got sucked in the UFO and, like, talked to these aliens, and it was kind of fucking crazy, bro. Like, I didn't talk to them, but they were talking to me. It was dude. Well, I can't even make it up. Wildest thing I've ever done. And then I did DMT one time before too. And I did shrooms again, which was pretty cool. But I've never had visuals on shrooms ever since the first night I did them. And then I did DMT one time, which is the methyltryptamine. I'm pretty sure I said that right. It's a thing that is in all psychedelics, but it's just the purest form of like the thing that makes you trip. And it's in your mind, like, it's actually in your brain, like, it's in your pineal gland. We have some in humans, so like, that's what they think is what happens when you die. Like, you just kind of trip, but like, dude, so you just kind of zoom off. Like, I'm no joke. It's kind of like, do you ever see That's So Raven? Like, that's be weird.
When she have her,
like, when she has her vision, she goes down to like a little tunnel, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's zooming through. Like, that's exactly what you do. Like, you just, and then like dude, you just see like the craziest like visuals in your life. Like, have you ever looked in those things you look in your eyes, like the kaleidoscopes or whatever the hell they're called.
Yeah.
Like you twist around and they change the visions, like all this crazy things. You see that everywhere. And then you kind of like kick back, like not into your body, but you kick back and you kind of like see out of your eyes again. Like you can see everything around you. So like my eyes were open, and like say you're looking at this room, like I could see that TV, I could see like the door and like the windows and stuff, but I couldn't see any like the walls and everything. It was like just black, like literally just black everywhere. The floor was black, but like the couch was there and like this would be there. It was kind of crazy. Like it's pretty cool. I can't even lie. But yeah, I don't know, man. But after that trip, because it's DMT only lasts 15 minutes real time, but like you feel like you're like tripping for a while. Like you don't really have a track of time anymore. But for like when you do like shrooms and acid, a couple hours, you know, like for sure. So, but after DMT, like I don't know if I'll ever do anything again, really.
Ever?
Yeah, because like it's cool and everything. But you really get to a point where you don't, like for me at least, I always get to a point where I'm like, oh shit, I perma-tripped forever, like, because you always hear that shit, like, people in the 80s and 70s and stuff that were doing it all the time, like, just losing their minds. Like, after you do a psychedelic, you can easily see what the fuck they're talking about. Like, if you somehow trip forever the rest of your life, bro, you're fucked.
I wonder if my parents ever did a psychedelic.
Because, dude, it's not life. Like, it's a whole other experience. Like, some people think it's like the fourth dimension and everything, which, I mean, I kind of agree with, dude. Like, after doing it, it's definitely not of this world. Like, if it is, like, it's just a different, like, pair of glasses on your eyes so you can see so much different. Because it's crazy. Like, but it's so real. Like, that's how I don't know. But here we are talking about drugs. So, like, yeah, man, like, for real, though. Like, I never, like, but for me, I had to go through that shit to learn. Like, of course, I've always had people tell me, like, dude, you can't, don't do that shit. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. But it's like, until you actually do it, like, cause, dude, when I was growing up, all through high school, I was that kid that wouldn't talk to you at all because you drank or you smoked, you know, like, cause I was just so against that stuff. I just saw a lot of people in my life kind of, like, ruin their lives over it. But, like, then you realize that, you know, it's not just, fucking cat. But, you know, then you realize it's not just, you know, like, that certain thing. It's, you know, it's more of, like, who you are. And, like, if you do it right and then, like, certain, like, if you spread your time out and you do it, like, say, casually, like, that's when it, like, can be good, you know. But, like, for the most part, when you start just depending on it, like we were talking about, like, that's when it's the worst. Yeah, that's when it gets real dangerous. But, I don't know, my man.
Will's getting antsy, huh?
Huh?
William's getting antsy.
Yeah, little Will Smith climbing up here. I wish we recorded this, like, video, because this man is literally the most gorgeous cat in the world.
You just posted a picture of him.
Oh, I've definitely posted pictures. They're my screensavers, man. Like, you have animals, right?
Yeah, I got Scrappy. Ow!
Oh, you do got a little Scrappy, little white dog.
Don't hate on my dog.
No, I had a dog just like that, but I've always been a huge animal person. But, like, this is, like, my first time. I got two kitten brothers, like, two little kittens, and they're both men. And these guys, like, the first ones I've ever, like, kind of just, they've depended on me, like, solely. Like, I brought a dog home one time in high school, but, like, I always had my mom to, like, be there to, like, buy the shit, you know. And now my mom pretty much owns the thing. So it's like, this time was, like, my first time actually, like, being responsible for him, you know. And, like, it's kind of cool, bro. Like, you get, like, I always kind of got annoyed by those people online that, like, posting pictures of their cats all the time or their dogs. But it's like, after you actually become, like, an owner and shit, it gets funny how you turn into that same person you hated. Right? Because I'm literally taking pictures all the time when they're sleeping. Like, you see them and you're like, oh my god, gotta get this fucking camera. Oh, dude. I literally, if you look at my camera anymore, like, dude, it's not good. Like, if a girl went to grab my phone, I would be very hesitant. Not because there's other bitches in my phone, just because of how many cat pictures I have. Like, it's low key weird. It's low key scary. Yeah.
Weirdo.
Yeah. So, I mean, shit. Who knows? But they're the cutest thing ever. So fuck it. But dude, like, that's another intriguing thing for me, man. Like, you got a kid. Like, you got a baby girl.
Yeah.
Like, dude, the thing that blows my mind, bro, is how the hell is that? Like, I couldn't imagine. Not only have I been single fucking forever, in like the last like 5 years, like I've never even had to worry about a girlfriend. Dude, I couldn't imagine taking care of a kid, man.
Yeah, man, especially a daughter. I have a daughter,
dude.
So she's like real clingy.
Real quick, this has always been my thing, and it's nice to actually talk to a dad for once. You know, I haven't talked to dads in a while, so it's like here's my thing, like, dude, like, I'm afraid, me personally, I'm afraid to have a daughter first because I think it's just going to make me a softie forever. Like, yeah, like, because at least when I have a son, like, I know I'm going to at least be able to, like, you know, you can, you know, like, that's what it is with your kid. Like, you're never going to hit them like that, but, like, you can always, like, you know, talk loud to them and not, like, worry about if they're, like, crying. Be like, oh, you always suck it up one day.
Yeah.
Like, if you do that to your baby girl and she starts crying, like, you're going to feel like an asshole, and you're never going to say no ever again. Like, ever. So, like, I couldn't imagine how that feels, bro. I feel like your man card's almost out, you know, forever.
Yeah, I think so too. Like, I love my daughter, but it's just to the point where it's like I see myself becoming a pussy.
Oh yeah. See, that's that bittersweet moment, man. Yeah. There's those bittersweet moments in life that you know that you're moving on, and you're like, well, it's awesome, but at the same time, you're sad because, like, you see in the time pass by. It's like, it's weird, man.
Like, I don't like the fact that my daughter is growing up. Like, I just want her to be little forever because I know one of these little dirty little boys gonna try to stick their dirty dick inside of her, and I'm gonna have to beat them up. Bro,
that's the scariest thing too. Is like to really think about, like, because I mean, if you look at us, we would never want a dad telling us that shit. But, like, but like, dude, you know how guys are. Like, that's what it is. Like, you see what your friends do, you see what you do, you see what these other fuckers do. Like, you know people.
But it do give you a different peace of mind. Like it makes you stop doing all the dirty shit you was doing because.
For sure.
You don't want her to see that. You don't want her to see and be like, okay, that's the type of guy I want.
Dude, the thing that made me stop, like, really kind of just, like, getting back at people and stuff and, like, revenge, like, always getting revenge and shit. Yeah. It was like, dude, you know, like, actually getting, like, either you're heartbroken or, like, being, like, one of those people that either just got used, you know, like, you know, or, like, something like that. Like, dude, to feel that, like, you never want to put that on anybody else. So, like, if you even, like, try to, it's like, dude, you're a hypocrite and shit. Like, remember, like, how down you were, like, when that shit happened to you, but you're out here doing it to how many other people now? Because that's what a lot of people do to cope with it. They take that shit out on that person by doing things with how many other people, like, multiple.
Yeah, I agree. Like, we all have our own share of dirt, or our own story that we would take to our grave, I would say. But I disagree that, like, men shouldn't go around and do all that dirty shit. They for revenge. Like, all that revenge shit is childish.
Here's my thing too, is like, neither, like, in my opinion, neither should women. Like, all humans should not be doing that shit, but like, I get it, like, people are like that, bro. Like, there are certain people out there that just get off by doing that stuff. Like, I always think, dude, like, if I did shit like that, my conscience would get to me too much. Like, I know myself too much. Like, the shit that I don't care about, like, almost what other people feel. Like, I know it's selfish, but, like, dude, because I'm gonna get through it. Like, if I don't give a fuck what you think, like, I'll be fine, you know. But, like, if I'm upset with myself, like, that's the shit that, like, eats at you at night, you know? Like, that's why you gotta, like, really, you know, accept everything you've always done, because in my opinion, I feel like that's why people are always getting pissed off all the time and always lashing out at other people, because they're just upset with themselves, you know? It's like, I'll be damned to put that on other people.
Now, don't get me wrong, and I'm not trying to incriminate myself right here with this statement, because it's not, I don't do this, but I know men who say they done this, and I actually don't think it's a bad idea, but I'm not gonna do it because I know my girl will kill me.
So yeah, you did it. All right.
Not yet.
You said what? Oh yeah. All right. No, I got you.
But some men tell me that they cheat because it makes them appreciate their main pussy more.
That doesn't make a goddamn sense.
It does.
Anything.
It does. It makes them appreciate what they have at home. So I'm gonna go out and do some dirt with this raggedy, well, not raggedy, but with this random who ain't doing shit for me.
So wait, you're only cheating once?
I'm not saying it's
no, not you. I'm saying that person, like, or like these people that, like, because I know people that are like that as well, and I actually know women that are like that.
Right.
But they're not to appreciate their guy more. They just do it just because they like that, like, feeling of, like, accomplishing getting that person. You know, like, it's like, oh shit, that person's attractive, and I see all these people, like, getting denied by this person. Why wouldn't I, like, go after this person just for the absolute satisfaction of it? Because it's like, bro. Or satisfaction of it, not satisfaction. Either or. I don't know, I'm fried. But, like, dude, seriously, like, because I've been that way before in my life, too. It's like, you know, like, I just see a pretty girl, and I'm like, I know I have no emotions out here for anybody, but it's like, let me see if I can get it. Like, not even to have sex with her. Like, just until I know she wants me, like, bro, like, I don't know. I feel like we've all been there, you know?
Test the waters a little bit. See if you can get it.
It's just nice knowing, like,
you can get it.
For me at least, I don't know if that's other people, but, like, that's just one thing that I've always noticed in my life. It's always nice to know that, like, people appreciate you or want you, you know?
Right.
Especially sexually, damn. I don't know if I'm a nympho or nothing, like, I don't feel like I am. But shit, if I am, I guess I am. You know what blew my mind? I heard the stat the other day that, like, I guess a lot of people would know this, hopefully, I don't know, because I just found this out, so I don't know, but, like a couple months ago, but, like, dude, it's crazy to, like, guys are in their sexual prime between 25 and, like, 30, and women are between their prime between 35 and, like, 40.
Really?
Did you know that?
No way.
Dude, that's why all these old women are always out here trying to fuck younger guys. That's why younger guys always find older women. And then all the older, like, women are always going after these. Like, it makes sense, bro. It literally makes sense.
Now it does.
It blows my mind, though. It's like one of those earth-shattering moments. Like bang, glass shattering, bang, there it is. Like, I just learned that. Like, dude, shit's crazy to really think about.
Right, that's something to think about. I never even thought of nothing like that. Now I'm like, damn, am I gonna be married by then? Cause like, will my wife cheat because I'm not satisfying her?
Right, bro.
All right.
That's okay. So here's the one thing that I've always been intrigued about. Like, I shouldn't even say intrigued. One thing I've always kind of been low key upset about is, like, we are in life. Is, dude, it's just the fact that, like, no matter how long you've been with somebody or how long you feel you know this person or how well you think you know this person, people, like you said, we all go to our grave with some dirt, you know, like, we all pretty much cover our own grave with our own dirt, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, like, you'll never know what these people truly feel. Like, they could always just be telling you the shit just to get by. Like, that's the craziest thing, because that's what happens, man. Because you always see these 4-year relationships where you think you know somebody, and then, like, the last year of it, like, somebody just starts to get cold, and they're just sitting there because they don't want to see that person with anybody else, but they're like, well, I want to do my shit too, and then they finally let it out when they're done, because you know how girls are, they're petty, like, they're spiteful bitches, like, guys are too, I can't even say girls are, but girls definitely get ruthless as fuck.
Right.
But it's like, dude, they let that shit out. I haven't even fucking loved you for the last fucking year. I've been cheating on you for, like, that shit. Like, cause I've heard that shit multiple times. Not just me going through it personally, but other people, like, friends of mine that have also told me that shit. And that I've seen, like, that shit blows my mind, man. Like, you never will truly know somebody. Like,
women are spiteful. I can't stand it, but it's just women. You can't live with them. You can't live without them.
That's true.
You know, I don't understand. I always see posts on Facebook, like, women post this shit, like, remember women, we got the pussy, we're the power. Like, shit like that, like.
But here's a true question, bro. Is pussy the power?
No. Honestly, because, like, how do you get the next
bro,
generation?
I'm not saying just for you. I'm not saying just for you, but, like, for men, dude, nothing trumps pussy. What does?
No.
Does cash trump pussy? Cause
no.
Dude, what does then? Like, cause I'm telling you, for people, and I'm not saying just like, cause you and I could be different, you know what I'm saying? Like, we could also,
I feel like,
cause I don't also agree with that, cause I definitely see people differently, but like, dude, for the most part, there are a lot of people out here that, like, literally just out here for sex. Look at all the homies that you had in your life that you thought were homies, but, like, they literally, as long as, if a girl hit you up, like, you guys could have made plans, like, not to sound like a douche or nothing, but, like, you guys could have been, like, especially back in high school and stuff, like, whatever, like, you guys could have been making plans to do something, and, like, if a girl even asked you to do something in a second, you'd be like, oh, hey, man, I can't do it, like,
right.
And, like, you would ditch that dude for any pussy, like, that's just, like, honestly, man, like,
I hate those guys.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But, like, honestly, bro, I was that guy for a second. Like, you have to go through that to, like, fucking learn. Yeah, oh, yeah. My first relationship, bro, like, you drop everybody for this person. Like, you're like, oh, I just want to be with you. Like,
yeah, I can see first relationship. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, oh, for sure. You have to. Like, you got to go through that, like, you got to go, in my opinion, or at least for me, where I'm at now, just emotionally and just where I'm at as a man, like, dude, like, I had to go through that to, like, really put my all into one person and to drop everybody else for that person just to drop me. And then for me to just pick my shit back up and to learn. Because, dude, if you don't hit rock bottom, you'll never know what the fuck it is, you know? And, like, that's not even rock bottom. That's just some pussy shit. But, like, for you going through that at a time, like, that emotionally, that's a huge hit, you know, in your life. That pretty much molds you into who you are. Like, not just like, that relationship, but, like, all those impactful moments, you know? Like, I don't know. That's just me.
I'm so stoned right now.
Well, bro, we've been going at this for like 53 minutes, so like because I'm stoned too, so I don't know if you want to like play some Fortnite, maybe get some grub.
Yeah,
but
play some
that sounds like
Real quick before we call this, bro, it's been nice to have you on. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you guys.
I know I definitely appreciate it, bro. Thank you for being the first guest. I had a great time. I hope you did as well.
Yeah, I did, man. It was a great conversation.
I was gonna say,
with you.
man, like I'm not trying to like hype myself up or nothing, but like, dude, like we were talking before the pod, like you really hate doing a lot of interviews and stuff because people just be asking dumb shit. Like that's my main goal for this. Like that's my only thing that I'm shooting for. It's like if I get famous people on here, cool. But like I'm really just looking to just get dope ass people on here that want to have dope conversations. Like I know when I introduce you, like I definitely let people know that you're a professional basketball player. But like I didn't want that to be the only thing because like you talk about that all the goddamn time. Right. So it's like, dude, like. I want to hear like what you truly think of in life.
Right.
Like, so,
like I love basketball, but I was talking more about football than basketball. I don't really.
You'll talk about a lot of shit. You talk about life more than basketball. Like that's what it is. That's what I like about it, bro. Because like I'm sick and tired of like listening to these fucking podcasts and these interviews on SportsCenter and all this shit about them just asking the same athletes same questions or same artists same questions. Like it's like, dude, I've heard this guy answer the same fucking question in interviews 6-7 times.
And
like, I'm sick and tired of
ask us questions as if we're not human, as if we don't have.
Dude, yeah, and then it makes like people like you and everything, the athletes and like artists and like all these people like just like get fucking sick of it and they shut it down. They don't want to do shit anymore. They don't fuck with that. And they don't like, and then they probably get sick of what they're doing because it's like, damn, this is all people know me for. So it's like, dude, because like, dude, there's way more to life. Like LeBron always say, there's way more to life than basketball. So like, dude, it's or anything, there's way more to life than your job. There's way more to life than whatever you're doing, But bro, so guys, sadly, I'm on Facebook again. I say sadly just because I hate social media. Like, I'm probably going to be pushing this probably more just because, you got to in today's age. But I don't know if I'm going to get Instagram. I'm working on some things, so maybe I'll hop back on Instagram. I'm not sure. But, Christian, you got anything you want to shout yourself out, get people following you?
Yep. Follow me on Snapchat at COVILE01. And you can follow me on Instagram at Covile Christian 06. Have a good day, guys.
And look at you. Hey, real quick, bro, I just want to know, like, just for me personally, so what are your goals for the future? I know you got any, like, contracts coming up?
Yeah, I got a few contracts lined up right now, but September 15th, I'm going to go work out with the Can Charge. And
some D-League? Okay, boy. Yeah. I see you, son. Well, hey, man, thank you for being on here. I wish you the best of luck and everything, man.
Thanks, man.
And thank you for hopping on here. And I know you and I are working on some shit, so hopefully we can get that shit going.
Absolutely.
So, alrighty, guys, you guys have a good one. This is Intrigue Podcast. Thank you so much.